Look, M5 E60.
I agree.
What could be better?
Look. Hello everyone, Sergio is with you and today we have E211, 5.5 compressor, not just a compressor, but stage 2. There are more than 60 videos on our channel for a year and a half. You know, out of these 60 videos, only one is with the Mercedes. I treat this brand with great love and select models of this brand very carefully. We had C204, 63, and she wasn't just C63, she was stage 2. She showed herself very cool. You will still see competition with her in the next series. Our next model is E211, 5.5 compressor. Again, it is not stock. It is also stage 2 for 600 horsepower. Today there will be a minimum of chatter, and a lot of measurements, races, and I will tell you just a few features of this model. I'm talking about the styling of this car and immediately start with a minus. The downside of this car is, I don't like it, that this car practically looks exactly like a regular sedan with a 2-liter diesel. The fact is that the RS6 of these years is radically different from its counterparts. M5 is exactly the same. This car is distinguished by just a few things. These are the bumper, sills, and of course the brakes. The brakes, guys, are just wild here, they look very cool. In fact, I once put such brakes on my Geely 5.5, they slowed down quite well. And of course the 4-barrel exhaust, we won't talk about the sound anymore. Guys, this is really the icing on the cake, which is worth paying attention to, because the sound of E55, the sound of Mercedes V8 is something special. I suggest moving to the salon, there are some interesting features there and I want to show them to you. You'll say, you opened the door and you opened the passenger door right away. There's a reason for that. The fact is that in those years, this is 2002 to 3, not all cars had seat memory, and I want to say even more, some cars that had it, had memory for only 2 drivers, that is, 1, 2 and memory. In E211, 5.5 compressor, is for 3 drivers, but we are on the passenger side. The most interesting thing here is that there is seat memory for 3 passengers. This is the first time I've seen such a thing, a very cool feature. We are not talking about the number of adjustments of the seats themselves, paging and everything else. I propose to sit in the driver's seat and show you a few chips that are really worth paying attention to. I'm already in the driver's seat and there are a few interesting things. I close the driver's door, not only does it say Harman Kardon, in fact there is quite premium music here. Here is the memory of the seats, which I already spoke about from the driver's side. The heading, key, breaks in right away. A very aesthetic thing, there are several buttons, opening the trunk, closing and opening the cabin. Naturally, we have a secret location that you can open manually. Let's go in an interesting way. 2003, the keyless go is present. I press the brake and start the car. Guys, the keys are in my hand. 2003 year, you will say that in Lexus it was a long time ago, but in Lexus there were no such engines, brakes and gearbox. But, the most powerful version of the cars had a 5-speed transmission, and even S65, and even 6 to 7 years after that model came out, it was the 5-speed transmission that was installed. Moving upstairs, what do we see? A great, beautiful, cool light fixture and naturally reading bulbs. I'll turn it on now, you'll tell me nothing happened. In fact happened, guys, in the rear view mirror 2 bulbs shine, here I turn on the second, they are closer to your hands by 10 to 15 centimeters and the light will fall better. It's a pretty cool and clever feature. From the interesting, we open the glove compartment, here we have nothing unusual, except for the fact that we have a mixture sensor, we will return to it later. Nearby is some incomprehensible department. We press it and here's what happens. Such a niche protrudes of an interesting size. And here we have a SERDJIO, it is on such a SERDJIO that we will measure our car today. And according to the assurances of the owner, the car has quite good power. There is climate control here, of course it is separate, for those years it is already a fairly common thing, and in all cars in order to turn off climate control, you will say, just press the decrease button and it turns off by itself. That doesn't happen here. Here you need to click on 0, and then it turns off completely. Guys, write in the comments who knows what this button is, because, frankly, we didn't really figure it out. Tell us what it is, write in the comments what exactly this button does. And by the way, we try hard enough for you and for that we ask you to subscribe and like and bell to receive notifications of the timely release of our videos, because we have already shifted the release of our videos and they are no longer released on Mondays at 10 in the morning, but on Tuesdays at 6 in the evening. We researched your request and most of you said Tuesday is the best day at 18 o'clock in the evening, the best time. That's it for you guys, moving on.
Вторник это лучший день, 18:00 это лучшее время. Ребят, все для вас, едем дальше.
Guys, a very cool instrument panel, digitized to 320. On the right is a cool tachometer, now I'll press the gas. Excellent. On the left is the clock. Naturally, I have an interesting feature for you, this car has a curtain. Also present here, tilting the headrests. When you drive in reverse, they all come down. We move to the back row of seats. I don't really want to go deep into the interior and exterior, because this car is actually dynamics and charisma. Therefore, everything is comfortable, roomy at the back, there are power windows, there are heated seats, by the way, they are located in unusual places. Of course we have an ashtray. I saw in one review that they said that this chrome element was made so that it was easy to pull out the ashtray. I think it's not, it's made so that when you're ashing, you don't accidentally fit the door card, my opinion. Curtains, we have curtains here. We open the trunk lid and here we see it, we see our equipment. Everything is standard here, everything is beautiful here, here the trunk is large, it is enough. I propose to invite the owner of the car into the frame, he will say just a few words, and I will have a provocative question for him. Guys, the owner of this car is now appearing in our frame and he is here for a reason. His name is Michael. Misha, hi.
Hi SERDJIO.
The fact is that Mikhail really owns this car. We asked him for a long time about the possibility of filming this rare car in our video, because Misha installed a package of improvements here, stage 2. By the way, he is the customer and buyer of my BMW for 1,000 horsepower. It was Misha who ordered this car for a fabulous $100,000. It was for Mikhail that this car was made, and I naturally inherited this car from him. Mish, you said that in this car, 600 horsepower.
Yes.
I don't believe you, I just don't.
Let's check, I'm ready.
Let's see if you're ready, you're all so cheeky. Guys, we are now moving to stand. There we will talk with Misha in detail about why he bought this car, why he needs it, and did he miss the speed? Guys, we came to the stand to our friends, to Vlad in the upstage. Vlad, hi.
Sergey, hi.
Vlad, tell me, please, how much power do these Mercedes usually give out?
Look, if this car is well groomed, then such compressor cars give 480 without any problems in their stock capacity.
Do they put out all the power they claim?
Yes.
Good. Mikhail claims that the car has stage 2, and the car has 600 horsepower, right?
Yes.
Michael, I love to argue. I say that the car has 580, 85 forces and 820 newtons. What are your rates?
I believe that there are 600 forces and 950 newtons in the car.
Guys, the car is on the stand for the first time, not measured yet. Vlad, let's get started and see what happens.
Let's go.
Let's see who won. Guys, the car showed 560 forces and 885 newtons. Speaking about the power, I won, I said 580, 85, and Mikhail said that there would be 900, he did not guess a little. But he guessed the number of newtons, almost 900 newtons, which is very cool. I said that it would be about 800, 820 newtons. Vlad, what are your thoughts on this measurement, what do you say? Guys, we are writing the first take and that's why now you see the freshest emotions.
As for the measurement, everything is fine, it starts steeply, holds up well. As for the ride, I think so, on the road it is very good to drive from the start with such a torque. In its range, there are no drawdowns anywhere. It's okay, good numbers.
I want to tell you one of my thoughts, I have several cars, how to understand which car is ideal. When the power curve, newtons and horsepower are about the same. That is, on the graph, the amount of horsepower should be relative to newtons. Very wild start, just fierce. But at high speed, it seems to me that it will sag a little. I'm talking about speeds over 250 kilometers per hour. At speeds less than this, I think this car will be very cool to show. We are going to take measurements from a stop, on the move, and then naturally we will make a competition of this car with a very tough opponent. This opponent has only 10 horsepower less, but the opponent is very tough, and you will find out who it is soon.
Guys, recording, right? I want to say two more things. Soon I will put a new pulley in methanol, so those who are disappointed, do not worry, Mercedes will show its 600 forces, I guarantee you.
This was said by a man whose almost 20-year-old car showed a little more than 100 horsepower than such a stock new car, so I think the car can handle it, it has very cool performance.
I think so too.
Let me remind you that there are 700 newtons in the factory car, we have almost 200 more. We're going to measure, we're going to race, let's go.
Yes.
Guys, I'm already driving our cool Mercedes. Misha is actually my neighbor, not a stranger to me, it's very easy for me with him, he is a little shy now, but we will try to quickly talk to him. Mikhail, you had a BMW, you and I had. How long have you not had a fast car?
Не было у тебя быстрой тачки сколько времени?
Probably over 2 years.
You missed me.
Соскучился?
Highly.
Do you want racing? Do you want movement? Do you want rivals?
Of course. I am generally a driving enthusiast.
You are not an amateur, you are a professional. You have many cups and we will show them to you now. You have participated in various interesting competitions and races in drag racing for many years and you have something to brag about.
Yes, I love racing since 2006. I participate in amateur competitions and in official ones, but unfortunately I had to take a break of 2 or 3 years. It was very difficult. I thought about quitting, but it's a drug, it's impossible. So I'm for doing it legally, for racing, for driving, for enjoying these cars, because these cars are really worth their money, worth their money. Name.
A few years passed, you sold the car, I bought it, a couple of years passed and you bought yourself a Mercedes. You now have 600 forces, there are few such machines. What are your plans? What are your plans to improve the car?
To be honest, the main thing in my plans now is reliability. Less horsepower is better, but more reliability, so I think that we are unlikely to reach 700, because there is a lot to redo, but about a stable 650 forces, I think it will.
Great approach, in fact, I'm also for reliability. I will tell you that maintaining powerful cars, even up to 800 forces, is quite expensive, so if it is not possible, then of course it is better to stop yourself. Better a little less, but more reliable.
Quite right, I agree and subscribe to the words, when everything is in moderation, you enjoy it, when it all comes out with great efforts, both financial and moral, then you no longer want to surprise someone.
Guys, here is what Mikhail bought this car for, and we will show it to you soon.
This car is something I've always dreamed of. It's 3-in-1, comfort, reliability, and it's a very fast potential contender. A car can compete with top cars, with fast cars, and behave with dignity in a race.
By the way, I want to correct you. Guys, look at the situation today. After a strong overclock, we will show you a small piece.
I feel the need to call a tow truck.
Recorded, damn. This car smokes so much that I think that Misha is ready to put such tanks every 2 days so that it continues to smoke, because even the operators cannot take their eyes off.
The car does wonders all its life. I think this is a trifle. I'm sure that this tank is as old as the car.
Due to the fact that it is very hot under the hood, there is an expansion tank on the hydraulic booster, the plastic has dried up a little, in short, it has flowed there. Guys, it took us less than an hour to solve this problem on our own, about an hour. You imagine any powerful car, any car like an Audi R8 or a Porsche, where you would drive past a car wrecking department and buy a new tank for $15, power steering fluid for another $10, and fix it yourself. Do you understand what maintainability is in this car? You crashed a car and took a fender from an ordinary car. Please, it's not the fender on the RS6, which is unrealistic to find, or on the M5, the fender is swollen and widened. That is, in principle, this is a minus, but for most it is also a plus, because the car is extremely maintainable and, in fact, it costs absolutely adequate money to repair and maintain. I'm driving your car and I don't really like the brakes. I don't press hard, the harder I press, the harder it stops. Is it a feature?
Yes, at low speed.
Yes, that is right.
Maybe this is how the SBC system works, but at high speed it brakes perfectly with minimal effort.
Excellent.
At low speed, yes, you need to press harder with your foot.
Guys, the car has 161,000 original mileage, nothing creaks, makes no noise, does not knock. By the way, we had to quickly leave the turn, no problem. Guys, it's time for the competition. We have already measured our handsome man, quite impressive results, you have already seen them on the screen. Michael, did you miss the competition?
Very bored. You took my BMW.
Guys, I really have Mikhail's BMW now, but Misha took a decent car for himself. Mish, we have prepared a tough opponent for you, this is Andre. Andre, hi.
Hello.
Andre BMW M has 5 Hammond, it is a stage, with 550 horsepower. Since you have 560, and here 550, I think that the result of the race will be as follows, Mercedes, after 200 BMW. I suggest starting.
1, 2, 3.
We destroy BMW M5, we destroy it.
Not bad.
Mercedes is off to a wild start. Man, wild start. Guys, something happened, now let's see what's with the BMW. We did it. Man, what's in there?
Technical points.
Technical.
We'll fix it now. 1, 2, 3.
Guys, there were 2 races, our E won 2 races, it just destroys the M5, and I was sure that the M5 at a speed of more than 200 km per hour would catch up, and then possibly overtake. Not true, we overtake it a lot. Now there will be one more race, M5 E60 Hammond 550 forces against Mercedes for 560 forces. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Destroying M5, just destroying, just outgunning, no chance.
1, 2, 3.
Vlad, how do you feel? We're totally winning the race.
So far, yes, but now something will change.
Do you have some secret plan?
Is there some?
It seems to me that they are deceiving us, but they will not fucking succeed, because 900 newtons go very well in one place.
855.
No, 885, to be exact. Look at the graph. Very tightly enters your M5.
Let's see.
Let's figure it out. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Huh, catch up.
1, 2, 3.
Guys, I'm a prophet. I said that we are now losing, and we lost. Vlad had some kind of plan, they ripped us off hard. Did you turn on the nitrous? What the hell?
It's not nitrous, it's skill.
You have destroyed us.
Do you know what's important?
What?
Turn off the air conditioner.
I realized it's terrible, the Mercedes driver thought. Or a Mercedes driver consoles a BMW, I think they will become friends. Everything, now we are without a compressor. Guys, this is what it looks like, since I already repair cars. Guys, legally won Mercedes. Guys, this is what pain looks like.
Friendship tape.
Friendship ribbon. This is what pain looks like. This is what grief looks like. This is what disappointment looks like. He says let's go now. But it seems unlikely to me. What do you think? How many meters already? 20. Vladislav, I'm finishing, that's it. Here they are, pulleys, you will not believe it, but my hands are almost clean. Guys, this is fucking Mercedes.
This is a medal, this is a medal.
I want to tell you this. Those people who say that Czechs are lit in BMWs do not understand what is happening with Mercedes in competitions, so guys, be careful. Here we are with our race. Did you enjoy it?
Highly.
And you?
2.
Guys, I saw that Mercedes is overtaking BMW, but your M has 5, as I understand it, there is some kind of mode, Andre. You pressed something there and started to overtake us. What do you say?
I found my starting speed.
Found my speed. What do you say?
I will say, thanks for the races. To be next to the legendary car, and also to ride on it, it was my dream. I'm happy, I'm glad to meet you, and I'm sure that this is not the end. Andre will tweak something, and so will I, and you will see us again.
Health to all, good luck to everyone, we end here. Personally, I think these opponents should be challenged one more time to compete against each other.
Round 2.
Because Mercedes had a broken belt, BMW could not find the right gear, the right speed and RPM, but I think that they are similar somewhere. BMW, after all, must go around Mercedes up to 300 km per hour. That's all for us, Sergio was with you. Let's go. Very strong gusts of wind, generally fucked up. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I want to show you. But no. Do you have anything to say?
Well, I thought to say a joke for BMW. Why are you talking about choice? It's later, right?
Which?
Why this car is a choice. Say something like, so you took mine.
Damn, why didn't we say that? Then we rode during the day, and now it's night.
Okay.
Vlad, are you okay? This time it was awesome.
Operator safety above all else. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Do you hear? Hi all. Go.
Yes.
Hello everyone. Sorry I have a hood. Do you understand how it will be? As usual, Sergio's channel, we don't do shit until lunchtime, then we shoot everything in 20 minutes and let's go. Guys, here I am driving, I have already burst. Damn it. Guys, the owner asked me not to tell, but I will do it. I destroyed the hydraulic booster in one press of the gas pedal, damn, and the tank fell off to hell. A little hiccup, but we're on our way.